Manever I say ma PENDREAM TV. PENDREAM TV there, o see them yopo.
Memo Akua by the PENDREAM TV so my show say any day they can out here and be subscribe to channel no click a bell no so say the news to her so sabet me aka no wati na Akua Avle or ND's communicator and good morning Ghana so odin sembi abetu dwa na atutu bia ma Bawumia pa chem say Bawumia any kwan see a fan serious say nipa wey atimi atena se amia pass levy betting tax any tax ahodo bebre na ono asa betimi gina ho ka se obeye president obetwitwa mu ana che se onye nipa ese agini di esan se ontimi nkan kire se ono no enyono na president nti enyono na ma sa tax na ebeto eso na obisa Bawumia se nti so e mate ampa we mate ana che se walu so conscience and I say wadwene enye adwuma bi wa untimi nkole wo driver to order enti time akofo e de sa tax a ono Bawumia se emwa enti oba obetwam no eba no ono Bawumia de no ka fa ho onka magana fo enti menkasa bebre mepese be kwa video no ne etie kwan a ye na na ma Avle na Akua Avle fa so de ne nsem to dwana ene wa fire Bawumia pa enya asem ketwa.
Annie, the 24-hour economy will be done. We are saying that it's a novelty because this time around it will be backed by policy. And there will be incentives. What people are running now do not have any incentives backing it. And so that makes the difference. So Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, who came to promise Ghanaians heaven on earth, who sat down and passed e-levy, when they were passing e-levy, they fought in parliament, they fought our MPs. They even brought a sick MP to come to parliament and come and vote for the e-levy. They cut cakes and did everything for the e-levy. It's so pathetic that this same group of people sat and listened to Bawumia tell us today that he's coming to cancel e-levy, betting tax, scrape emission tax, stabilize the city. In his next world, that is what he's saying. In his current world, in his current chapter, what is he doing? What is Bawumia doing? See, Annie, the kind of things happening in this country is sad. It's very, very pathetic. This is the time we need a change of mind. This is the time we need Ghanaians to realize that we cannot be fooled for the second time.
How are they running the policy down? When you say they're running it down, how are they
Didn't you hear Bawumia saying that when he comes to power, he will speak with the IMF and make sure he scrapes the e-levy? How is that possible? How can Bawumia tell us this? Such an insult. Then why did you sit down for it to be implemented in the first place? You sat down to implement e-levy, did everything within your power to ensure that we pay the e-levy. And because you want to be a president by hook or crook, now you are coming up with another set of lies.
I've seen some flyers going around.
That when you come
with fake stickers on
yes.
them. So we have one that is by Joseph Yamin that says that 24-hour economy also means that buses will travel all the time, and those who are granted, the fake is covering the word, so I don't know, and other bushmeat can also stop by the roadside to sell all night to passengers. Is that something that...
Yes, so what the NPP is doing is that they pick our communicators, they do a poster and write lies under it and then circulate it around. See, we don't run a country like that, okay?
So
no matter how desperate you are.
There's one that's been taken to, given to Felix. It says that 24-hour economy means that watches sellers are going to sell watches after 6 p.m.
Look at that. How can Felix say that? I mean, do you think Felix will say that?
Really?
No, please. Rabbi, keep quiet. I mean, if you are desperate to retain power, it's not this kind of bogus desperation. If you are desperate to retain power, it is the good people of Ghana that will tell. Per your track record, the good people of Ghana are the ones to decide. So whether you pick our communicators and then you rubbish what they are saying and come up with all sorts of lies, I can assure the MPP it will not fly. Every single Ghanaian has seen through their lies. This time around, we will not be fooled for the second time. This gentleman called Bawumia was brought from the Bank of Ghana. We were told that he has access to everything at the Bank of Ghana. Our inflation rate, our cocoa, production, our bauxite, manganese, Everything Bawumia had access to it as a governor at the Bank of Ghana. And based on that, he was brought. Today, you have come to deceive Ghanaians. And you have the... I don't know. I just want to be kind as much as I can. But I'm very angry. Today, Bawumia is telling us he was a mate. Bawumia was a mate. Coming to even insult
He's still a mate.
He's still a mate. Bawumia is still a mate. And so because he's a mate, he's trying to tell Ghanaians he cannot use his conscience, he cannot use his brains, he cannot call the driver to order. He's watching the driver drive us into a deep ditch. He's watching the driver drive us into straight accidents, kill us, injure us, before he can think and help us. Is that what he's saying? See, the things happening in this country, Annie, it is very, very sad. No matter how desperate we are for power, we have to think of the ordinary Ghanaian. We have to think of the people that made you realize your dream as a president. And this one goes to Akua. The people that made him realize his dream as a president must be respected. And the people that made Bawumia realize his dream as a mate that he's talking about also must be respected. See, Bawumia cannot take Ghanaians for granted. All right? So they shouldn't go online and rubbish our 24-hour economy. It is not good for them to do that. I lived in London. When I had my second child, I was working during the day. No, I was working in the night. My husband was doing day. Because of that, I was not paying a nanny. Even in UK, how can you even afford to pay a nanny? It's very difficult unless you have it. All right? And a lot of women in this country, because we are having a closed system where they go to work in the morning and close at a particular time, now have to recruit nannies to come in, now have to pay nannies. Some of the nannies maltreat the children. Every parent's dream is to be able to look after their own child themselves. All right? So when we have a 24-hour economy with a 3-shift system, that will let somebody decide that, okay, I will do an evening shift for my husband to do a morning shift, so that whilst I am home, I take care of my kids myself, I supervise my kids myself, I'm able to cook for my family. How can you then say that this is a bad idea just because you want to be a president? Huh? What is the meaning of this, Annie? The MPP should stop that. Ghanaians have seen through their tricks. This time around, their tricks will not work on us. The youth are angry. The mates are angry. The mate Bawumia is comparing himself to. That mate in 2016 used to buy yogurt for 1 cedi. That mate in 2016 used to buy egg, that thing they call in Kosuani Meko, for 1 cedi.
You know, hold on, let them play that video for me.
Today, I hear John Mahama has a new idea that he wants a 24-hour economy. I say, I don't know where he got the idea from, but it is not a bright idea. The 24-hour economy cannot be legislated by government. Today, there are many businesses that are already open for 24 hours. Hospitals are open for 24 hours. You can buy electricity 24 hours. Banks, because of digitalization, you can transfer money for 24 hours. You can receive money for 24 hours. There are many shop bars that are open for 24 hours. The police is working for 24 hours. Security services are working for 24 hours. So what is this 24-hour economy that you want to bring? It is purely an issue for any business. If you feel you will make money opening 24 hours, there is no law preventing you from opening. But this is one idea that John Mahama thinks he has brought. It is a bad idea. It is an idea that has not been thought through. It is a bad idea.
Dead on arrival.
So that says one of the statements that were made or was made by His Excellency the VIP on one of the campaign platforms.
So this is the gentleman that wants
It's
to be
a
a
bad
president.
idea, but he admits that it works in, you know, in certain companies.
Annie, we are saying that our 24-hour economy is a novelty. That's the bottom line. It's a novelty. What we are running now doesn't have any policies backing it. Those that are doing 24 hours don't have any incentives. We are saying that when we have our 24-hour economy, we are going to beef up security. We are going to beef up the lighting system. We are bringing time of use tariffs. We are saying that there are incentives to back the 24-hour economy. And so this gentleman called His Excellency Mahmoud Bawumia cannot tell us what he's telling us. See, on the 3rd of December 2016, Mahmoud Bawumia said this to the taxi and trotro driver who have been hit with high cost of fuel and insurance. You have the chance to vote for change. To the taxi driver who has been hit by high cost of fuel and insurance, in 2016, 3rd of December, Bawumia says they have a chance to vote for change. And now the rate at which we are buying fuel, the rate at which the same driver is buying fuel now, he thinks the driver doesn't have the right to vote for change this time. Sure, we have to have critical thinkers. We need critical thinkers and visionary leaders like His Excellency John Dramani Mahama to run this country. The kind of things Bawumia has told people in this country, you'll be surprised. This is the same gentleman that some few years ago was crying all over the place about the economy. He was crying all over the place, promising us that when he comes, things will be better. You have come, you have worsened the situation for us, messed up the economy, junk status you have given us, high inflation you have given us, unemployment 14% you have given us, lending rate 40% you have given us, messed us up. You still have the temerity, the audacity. Okay. What is his motivation? Bawumia, what is his motivation?
To do what?
To come and tell us that he wants to be a president. What is motivating him?
What's motivating him to telling you he wants to be president?
Yes, after he has failed drastically. Is he not realizing that he has failed? When he plays back his previous videos, how does he feel? He should go back and play back the previous videos of all the things he said.
I think his motivation is it's different when you are a mate and it's different when you're a driver.
He can't tell us that. That is an insult to our intelligence.
Come close to the driver.
No. See, when I was on TV3, I compared Bawumia to an air traffic controller.
That does what?
Do you know who an air traffic controller is?
Yeah.
An air traffic controller is the one that controls the pilot.
I'm saying that why are you going to control?
Because he was brought to come and control affairs. Didn't you hear, what do you call it, Akua saying that Bawumia is the real-time economist who can
change the phrase. Maybe by the rush of your speech, you missed it. You mean, what do you call him?
I call him an air traffic controller. And the duty of an air traffic controller is to control the pilots through the radar, through the radio. And so while the pilot is flying in the air traffic controller is telling the pilot, the weather is not good at this side, divert. There is a problem here, don't go there.
That is how he was
ensuring safe landing.
So you're saying that he was introduced as an air controller?
Yes. Okay. He was brought from the Bank of Ghana, controller. Yes, okay, to come and control the traffic, to come and control the mess, to come and rectify the matters.
Okay, he couldn't do it.
And he couldn't do it, so he shouldn't come and lie to us that he was a mate. He has never been a mate. He was in charge and life he has contributed to the failures of this country. Please.